When a nation transforms barren soil into golden opportunity, the world takes notice. Today, that transformation has a name, a price tag, and a promise that reaches far beyond agriculture. Fellow countrymen, today Burkina Faso has carved its place in history through a groundbreaking $150 million commitment. We have established one of Africa's most expansive plantain cultivation centers, driven by our citizens and anchored in our homeland. This transcends mere agriculture. It represents a transformation in nutritional independence, employment for our youth, and collective honor. Let the globe witness our determination as we cultivate tomorrow's prosperity, one crop cycle at a time. Welcome to African Narrative, your destination for authentic African storytelling, uncompromising and direct. From governance transformations to cultural victories, we deliver the news, voices, and viewpoints that define our continent. Here, Africa narrates its own journey, fearless, unvarnished, and genuine. If you're prepared to witness Africa through African perspectives, you've found your place. Subscribe and remain connected to the heartbeat of our homeland. Disclaimer: the perspectives shared on African Narrative serve informational and educational functions exclusively. We strive to present African narratives truthfully, but maintain no affiliations with governmental bodies, political organizations, or institutions. All footage and analysis fall under fair use guidelines. Always conduct independent research. This is Africa through our perspective, fearless, truthful, and autonomous. Citizens of Burkina Faso and kinfolk throughout Africa, today we declare our intentions not through rhetoric but through decisive action. Within our nation's core, we have constructed what skeptics deemed unachievable, a $150 million plantain cultivation facility, among Africa's most extensive and technologically advanced. This operation transcends agricultural production. It embodies independence, liberation from reliance, and command over our nutrition, our economic system, and our trajectory. We demonstrate to the global community that Burkina Faso possesses the capability to nourish its population, generate prosperity from its terrain, and pioneer the African agricultural transformation. This undertaking already generates thousands of employment opportunities for our young people, strengthens rural settlements, and stimulates advancement in domestic food processing and exportation. With every plantain we cultivate, we nurture more than produce. We foster assurance, honor, and autonomy. Let the world marvel. Let them observe what unfolds when African leadership is entrusted with shaping African fate. We require no foreign capital to dictate our possibilities. We demonstrate that we possess the capacity to envision grandly, execute courageously, and ascend with dignity. This marks merely the commencement. Our territory is abundant, our population is resilient, and our purpose is unwavering. Burkina Faso will cease being an observer in the worldwide economy. We have become its architect. Let this cultivation center symbolize our truth. The transformation is flourishing, and it's grounded in the earth under our feet. Let's explore a narrative absent from mainstream coverage, a story developing away from conventional international headlines. It's an account of guidance, perseverance, and a revolutionary reconceptualization of governance. You definitely should hear this. This narrative questions established thinking and presents a new viewpoint on Africa's future. This isn't about aged politicians in worn suits. It's not another account of political scheming and hollow commitments. It's about a young military officer with purpose extending well beyond combat zones. His identity is Ibrahim Traoré, born in 1987 in Kaya, Burkina Faso, a landlocked West African nation. Traoré's origins were modest, a reflection of dedication and community values grounded in his people's daily experiences. He comprehended their challenges, aspirations, and visions. He didn't acquire authority or inherit fame. No privileged background or predetermined route awaited him. He constructed his standing through pure commitment and determination, step by step, obstacle by obstacle. Traoré's journey started as a serviceman responding to his nation's call. Enlisting in 2005, he began an expedition that would reshape both his fate and his country's destiny. Serving in active zones, he experienced conflict's brutal realities firsthand, gaining recognition through deeds rather than declarations. He demonstrated his worth under duress, witnessing his homeland's difficulties directly, the anguish visible on his compatriots' faces, particularly the chaos and violence ravaging the region, damaging society's foundation, endangering Burkinabe civilization and pushing it toward collapse. These encounters shaped his comprehension, molding his view of Burkina Faso's genuine challenges and the critical need for stability and optimism, guiding light amid darkness. By 2021, his appointment as Land Forces Commander marked a crucial advancement in his military trajectory. Tasked with confronting persistent northern and eastern threats, he confronted an uphill struggle against deeply established opponents. Yet Traore recognized that military success alone couldn't rescue his nation. Something more essential was required. The issue's origins extended far deeper than any military operation could address: poverty, a constant shadow over the nation; joblessness and hopelessness among youth, a generation denied opportunity and optimism. True security, he understood, wasn't merely about boundaries and weaponry. It had to be cultivated from the foundation upward, nurtured with dedication and focus, providing purpose and prospects for citizens, giving them reason to believe in a brighter future. In September 2022, amid public frustration and mounting dissatisfaction, Captain Traore emerged on the national platform, grasping a moment of significant transformation. Assuming leadership responsibilities, he inherited a nation on the edge. Many anticipated he would concentrate exclusively on defense, prioritizing military approaches to complex challenges. But Traore possessed a different strategy, a more comprehensive and ambitious vision for his homeland. He understood that protecting Burkina Faso required addressing its vulnerabilities' root causes. He needed to do more than combat enemies. He needed to construct a stronger, more resilient society. He needed to feed his people, ensuring their fundamental needs were satisfied. Traore began transitioning from warrior to provider, recognizing that genuine strength lies not only in military power, but in the capacity to sustain one's own, setting the foundation for one of modern African history's most ambitious transformations, a bold nation-building experiment. A story still unfolding, a legacy still being created. Picture a country blessed with plentiful sunlight, rich productive soil, and an ideal agricultural climate, yet tragically constrained by hunger, malnutrition, and profound dependence on others for basic survival. This was Burkina Faso, a nation fighting to escape food insecurity's chains. For too long, the nation depended heavily on imported provisions, a constant reminder of its inability to sustain its own population. This dependence left citizens vulnerable to global market fluctuations and foreign aid's often conditional nature. Captain Traore, a visionary and unwavering patriot, viewed this dependence as an insult to national dignity and an obstacle to true independence. He presented a crucial question: how can a nation truly be independent and free if it cannot even sustain itself? He surveyed the vast, seemingly endless expanses of underused land, and instead of seeing barrenness, he recognized immense potential: a future where Burkina Faso could finally achieve food production self-sufficiency. The central concept was remarkably straightforward yet profoundly meaningful. It involved directing the nation's combined energy and resources toward cultivating a single strategic crop, one that was both hardy, highly nutritious, and perfectly adapted to flourish in local climate and soil conditions. The solution, the key to unlocking Burkina Faso's agricultural potential, was the plantain. Traore envisioned a powerful nationwide initiative, a collective endeavor, a plantain transformation that would fundamentally alter Burkina Faso's agricultural terrain and introduce an era of food security. This initiative extended far beyond farming and crop cultivation. It was a comprehensive nation-building venture, a strategic investment in Burkina Faso's future. It was a bold declaration that Burkina Faso would seize control of its destiny and cultivate a path toward self-reliance. By generating thousands of sustainable agricultural jobs for young people, he aimed to empower them, providing them with tangible involvement in their country's economic prosperity and future success. Farming, once viewed as a final option, would be elevated to a source of tremendous pride and dignity. The farmers themselves would be acknowledged and celebrated as national champions. The foundation of a self-sufficient Burkina Faso, the plantain, in its modest form, became the powerful emblem of this transformative new philosophy, a simple fruit containing the collective hopes, dreams, and aspirations of an entire nation pursuing self-determination. It was a clear and definitive statement to the world that African challenges, regardless of complexity, could indeed be resolved with innovative African solutions by harnessing African ingenuity, resilience, and readily available African resources. Converting vision into reality requires more than good intentions, it demands commitment. Burkina Faso made a courageous decision, a $150 million national investment in the Plantain project. This wasn't foreign debt or assistance. It was a wager on their own potential. The funding constructed an entire agricultural ecosystem: land, irrigation, processing, storage, and training facilities for new farmers. Across regions like Bogo-Dioulasso, inactive land awakened with activity. Thousands of young Burkinabé discovered purpose and employment, becoming pioneers in a new green prosperity rush. That the sight of countless plantain tree rows became a symbol of national renewal. This investment transcended economics, it was psychological, signaling faith in the people's future. The project became a source of pride, proof that bold leadership and unity can transform a nation. What distinguishes this plantain transformation? It's 100% African-led. Every phase, from conception to execution, is driven by Burkinabé minds and resources. In a world where African projects are often foreign-designed, this is a declaration of independence. Traore's government rejected dependence, choosing to cultivate progress from within. By financing the project themselves, they ensure benefits flow directly to local communities. Local scientists, engineers, and technicians provide the expertise, building capacity for generations. The best and brightest are remaining to build their own nation. This is a new model for African development: dignity, self-respect, and accountability. Burkina Faso's Plantain initiative is now a case study for others seeking to break free from aid cycles. When a nation invests in its people and land, the harvest is not just food but renewed identity. This transformation isn't just about planting more, it's about reimagining agriculture from the ground up. It's about planting smarter, leveraging technology and data to make informed decisions. At its core is a commitment to modern, innovative farming practices, embracing new technologies and methodologies that maximize yield and sustainability, ensuring long-term food security and environmental responsibility. The project uses high-quality, disease-free plantain suckers carefully selected for their resilience and productivity, chosen for their high-yield potential, promising a bountiful harvest for farmers. Extensive soil testing and targeted nutrient management strategies are implemented to ensure optimal plant health and minimal waste. Promoting a thriving and balanced ecosystem, smart irrigation systems use real-time sensors, strategically placed throughout the fields to deliver water efficiently, minimizing water usage and maximizing plant growth, crucial in the Sahel's dry climate where water conservation is paramount. Sustainable practices like crop rotation and cover crops are integral to the farming approach, improving soil fertility and biodiversity, creating a healthier and more resilient agricultural environment. The farm is a hub for research and innovation, a place where new ideas are constantly explored, constantly testing new techniques, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in plantain farming. Every worker receives ongoing training, ensuring they are equipped with the latest knowledge and skills, creating a skilled workforce at the forefront of modern agriculture, ready to tackle the challenges of the future. This isn't just about a single harvest. It's about creating a sustainable cycle of growth and prosperity. It's about building a resilient, intelligent farming system for the future, one that can adapt to changing conditions. The focus on science and sustainability is not just a trend but a fundamental principle, transforming agriculture into a respected, high-tech profession. Attracting a new generation of talent, these methods make the farms more productive, increasing yields and improving farmers' livelihoods, and resilient to climate change. Ensuring food security in the face of environmental challenges. The project is a model for how African agriculture can overcome traditional limitations, can leapfrog into the future, embracing innovation and technology to drive progress. It's not just about feeding people, it's about nourishing communities and building a stronger future. It's about empowering them with knowledge and opportunity, giving them the tools to succeed. The revolution is as much about minds, fostering a culture of learning and innovation as it is about crops, nurturing both the land and the people who cultivate it. Burkina Faso is proving that with the right tools and the right mindset, anything is possible. African farmers can lead the world, demonstrating the power of innovation and sustainable practices. The Plantain Revolution's greatest harvest is the transformation of Burkina lives. By boosting domestic food supply, nutritious food is now more available and affordable. Children go to school with full stomachs. Parents worry less about the next meal. The project is a powerful engine for job creation, especially for youth. Thousands find meaningful work, learn skills, and earn steady incomes. Turning a generation at risk into a generation of opportunity, farming is now a respected profession. Empowering rural communities and slowing urban migration, farmers are seen as entrepreneurs and innovators. Key to the nation's revival, the project is rebalancing the economic landscape and celebrating agriculture's foundational role. It's a story of hope: a young person with a job, a mother feeding her children, a farmer becoming a business owner. The Plantain Project is weaving a new social fabric: shared purpose, opportunity, and pride. True development is measured in improved lives and brighter futures. The fruit is just the beginning. The real harvest is human potential unleashed. Burkina Faso is growing more than food, it's growing hope. Once barren earth is now a vibrant symbol of possibility. These green fields are proof that a determined nation can rewrite its story. The Plantain Revolution challenges tired stereotypes about Africa, showcasing innovation and leadership. Burkina Faso is now a leader in sustainable agriculture, reshaping global perceptions. The project unites the country, fostering pride and social cohesion. Captain Traoré's leadership shifted focus from war to prosperity, proving security depends on well-being. The green fields are a testament to visionary leadership and collective action. Sometimes the most powerful revolutions are quietly grown from the soil. Burkina Faso's Plantain Revolution is echoing across Africa, inspiring leaders and citizens. It's a practical example of pan-Africanism and sovereignty in action. Other nations see a model for tackling food insecurity and youth unemployment. This movement is part of a larger shift: African nations defining their own futures. The project sparks conversations about new economic models and intercontinental collaboration. Captain Traoré's vision challenges the status quo, inspiring leaders to look inward for solutions. The message: Africa's greatest resource is its people and land. The rustling plantain leaves carry a whisper of change, growing into a roar of self-confidence. The journey of the plantain mirrors the nation's rise: resilient, strong, and full of hope. The plantain is now a national symbol, representing opportunity for youth and sovereignty for the nation. It's a break from the past, a step into a future where Burkina Faso controls its destiny. The green fields are a living reminder that positive change is a present reality. This story shows that leadership is about vision and service, empowering people at the grassroots. Even in adversity, a single idea like a Plantain Revolution can ignite a nation's spirit. Captain Traoré planted the seeds of a new national identity. The plantain is more than food, it's the symbol of a quiet revolution, restoring dignity and hope for Burkina Faso and Africa. As reaction continues across the continent and beyond, African Narrative will be here to bring you the latest voices, truths, and perspectives. If this story spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let's keep amplifying African stories that matter. This is more than news, it's our voice, our vision, our narrative. Until next time, stay bold and stay connected.